Hello, welcome back in the next episode of creating simple HTTP server in Java. Let's get started. What we have done last time, we've modeled HTTP response. Here you have it, but it is still hard-coded. So we obviously would like to make it dynamic and configurable, but it will be very hard to do using current code because all of our code is in one class and everything is static. So today we will just refactor it. So what we should do first, I would say that we should move our models one level higher. So let's just move these inner classes to upper level, and maybe let's rename them without this short form. So HTTP request and HTTP response. Alright, we have some issues already. Yeah, we are accessing fields directly, so let's fix that. Here, and here. Let's check if code is compiling. Okay, this. So what's next? I would say that we should define some interface for our server. So let's create HTTP server interface. And what do we need here? Right now I would say that we just need to have two methods, start and stop. Yeah, and we'll see if we need more. Okay, and now we have everything in this HTTP server app class. So let's actually create an implementation of this interface. So let's just say, simple HTTP server, and it will implement HTTP server interface. That. Okay. And what do we need to have configurable? Port for sure. I would say that we would also like to have this executor to be configurable, and timeout. So let's start with just that. Let's say executor, maybe let's call it request executor. We also want to have port, so just port, and socket timeout. Let's call it socket timeout, or maybe connection timeout. Let's create a constructor like that. or maybe let's rename it to, because what this executor really is, it is a connection handler. So maybe let's say connection handler. Or not. Requests executor. Okay, maybe it is. Yeah, maybe it is good enough for now. Alright, so what else? We need to start our server. So maybe, okay, so maybe let's do it line by line. So we need to have that. It throws an exception. So let's say that fail to start a simple HTTP server on port. Right, here we should have port. Okay, next is an executor, but we don't need that. We don't need connections. We can ignore that because we needed it temporarily, so shouldn't bother with that. Let's create similar loop, and let's say that we'll accept connection, same as previously. We set timeout, but we take it from this field. Okay, should be it should be an integer, so let's change that. So integer. Okay, and what is next? Okay, let's copy that. Here we need to say requests executor execute, but obviously we don't have handle request method, so let's copy that. Okay, it shouldn't be static. And obviously right now we need to copy all of the methods that we have created here. So read request, let's copy read request and make it not static. Okay, we need to copy. Alright, we really need this constants. So let's copy them. Make it out. And what we were about to do with request, with raw request head. Let's actually, yeah, let's maybe copy all of that. Yeah, let's copy all of that until here, I believe. Okay, and we need to make it not static. Yeah, we will refactor it in the next step. Right now, let's just reconstruct our previous functionality. Okay, not static, not static. Alright, with request. Something is not good. On the request. Ambiguous call. Okay. We have two handler request methods. Okay. Why? I think I copied too much. Yeah. So we have it here. And we also have it here. So let's remove that. Okay. And yeah, so we basically reconstructed the previous functionality, and we don't have stop methods, so let's just make sure that works. So here I will remove almost everything. We just have main method like that, and we'll just we create our server, our refactored server. Let's maybe alright. We can configure it like that. So we give it thread pool, port, and connection timeout. And we'll start it and see if it works. Right, let's see it. It works. Okay, so so what we also like to have is being able to stop it, but unfortunately the start method is blocking. So if you will do like that, server has started, we'll not see it. Yeah, because we are hanging here, so we can't stop our server, which is unfortunate. So I would really should start a new thread here, I would say. And thanks to that, it will not block. So now we'll see our print. Yeah, it works. Okay. Yeah, and we'd like to be able to stop it. But what does it mean? we should really close the server socket where we are listening to new connections, but we don't have access to it. So, and we really should also introduce some kind of state, because right now we can start server twice. We shouldn't be able to, and will not. The exception will return. Let's check it. Okay, not debugger, but let's call it, yeah. Okay, let's improve this, because we don't get to see a stack trace. Yeah. Okay, so we need to have this server socket as a to stop it, but we don't have access to it here. So, and we also need to have a state. So I would say that we can have a variable that and we say that server socket is null. We will start server. This can be here, okay. It can be that. Okay. So start server. And if not, we will say server is that, and maybe also if exception occurred, we should we should close it. So here I would say stop server, or maybe let me just go stop, because this exception will only occur if we couldn't create a server socket, or we couldn't accept the new connection. I guess so it shouldn't occur, to be honest. Yeah, when it can occur actually. I don't know, to be honest, so for now I'll just say stop, because let me actually plug laptop. I'm thinking when it can occur, this exception. Obviously when we can bind to a port, but if we can't accept connection for some reason, we should stop the server. Yeah, for now, I'll just stop it. So here we stop it, and the stop, let's say that if server socket is not null, because if it is, we don't care. We will just close it. Okay, throws exceptions. So let's say to throw an exception, fail to close server. Okay, simply like that. And let's make it null. We don't have to, but we can make it variable. And let's see, we shouldn't be able to start it again. Okay. Alright, so we are not, but there's another issue. Let's see. Let's see what will happen if we were to stop the server. So let's say server started. Here, let's say stopping after some time. Yeah, and let's see what will happen actually. Yeah, we get an exception. Okay. Why? So okay, fail to start a super server. Okay. Server has started. Then we stop it. Alright. Yeah, we should refactor that. So, because it's not, as you can see, it's not really readable. So let's create a server socket, not on a thread. And here we say fail to start simple HTTP server, because this is true. But here, if we fail, we say fail to accept next connection, because yeah, this is how it works. Alright. Fail to accept next connection. Okay. Right. I couldn't see why. Okay, maybe let's print a stack trace here. Okay, socket closed. Why we don't see it here? Okay, fail to save. To accept next connection. Okay, socket closed. Yeah, because we are closing it. Alright. So I would say that socket exception. Okay, so should say that if exception public server, something like that. Yeah. Because we are receiving because we are closing it. Yeah, I wonder if we can do it from the client side. Let's maybe introduce a flag that, yeah, I would rather create our own state like that. Running with false, and let's create a method like server running, and if server stop is null or running, yeah, let's change that. If server is running, we throw exception like that, and there's restart server. Okay, and here, okay, we just need something like that. That if server is not running, or if server is running, we stop it and throw exception. And this, yeah, we stop it and throw an exception, and in another case we just say closing server like that. That here we say if while server running, actually it has to be not null and running. Here we need to say running is true, and stop. Let's just say that running is false, and server is not running. Alright. Okay. Actually, and let's recreate previous test. So start the server. Let's wait a while, like 5 seconds. Then let's stop the server, and we shouldn't get any exception. Yeah, it seems to work. We can start our server and we can stop it. So let's start it again. Yeah, it works. Okay. And right now we would obviously like to make our response dynamic. So let's do that. right now, where we have it? We have it here. Response to requests. Yeah, and it is hard coded. So we need to have a way to make it dynamic. So we need a function, right? To make this function dynamic. So we need to make it possible to say that for a given HTTP request, we will respond differently based on the data in the HTTP request. So let's maybe create an interface for that. Like this is HTTP request handler, and this is just a function that will return HTTP response. So I would say that it can be called handle, and it has HTTP request as input, and it returns HTTP request as an input, and HTTP response is an output. Okay, and I would say that we should accept it as a parameter. So something like that. HTTP request handler. Yeah, like that. Maybe let's. What if we would give it here in a start? How hard it will be? Yeah, maybe this is a better design, I think, because in the constructor we are giving the configuration of the server, and HTTP request handler can be more dynamic. So let's do something like that actually. We started with the handler. Give it here. Start with say this. Okay, and we have it pushed deep down here, I believe, on the request, and response to request, yeah, here. So here we need to give it request handler. Yeah, let's comment it for now. And here we will just say handler. Okay. We need to have handler also. And one last thing is to okay. What else? Oh, yeah. last place. Yeah, and we will have a dynamic, guys, because here what do we have? Here we have a request. Yeah, we have request, and we have all the data that we need. So we have a body, we have headers, method, the URL. So now we can what we can do, let's just make sure that it works by copying the previous previously hard-coded value. So it was that. Yeah, and we need imports. We are returning JSON here. So let's check that it works. It works. So right now we can make, based on the request, we can make a decision. So I don't know, let's say that let's create here additional methods like URL, and we just return the URL given to us by the user. So for turning it to bytes, we need to say formatted. It will take a URL from the request to see that it is in fact dynamic. Okay, and here we see index.html. Yeah, so actually we have created completely dynamic HTTP server in Java from scratch, guys. Everything is configurable, and to be honest, on top of that you can build any kind of web framework, because here you can make decisions based on the method, the headers, the URL, so everything that you need. So that's it today. That's it for today, guys. Take care.